Children, let us continue with the second part of the video from your chapter When People Rebel, and we will start through some question and answers from your previous topics of this chapter through Let's Check. The first question is, how were Indian soldiers exploited by the British? If you go to page number 43, you will see here Indian soldiers formed nearly 85% of the total British troops in India. As they were an integral part of the Indian society, they too suffered the consequences of the oppressive British rule. The pay scales were discriminatory. The British soldiers were paid much more than the Indian soldiers. Promotions were closed for them beyond the rank of Subedar, and the post of officers were reserved for the British. Here, another cause of the discontentment of the soldier was the withdrawal of the foreign service allowance bhatta, which the British soldiers were getting for fighting beyond the frontiers of the country. So, this would be the answer for question number 1. Question number 2. What was the immediate cause of the revolt of 1857? So the answer would be the introduction of Enfield rifle and greased cartridges. Question number 3. Name the soldier who first protested against the use of greased cartridges. It would be Mangal Pandey. Question number 4. Which Mughal emperor was declared the Emperor of India? This would be Bahadur Shah Zafar. Further, we will move on to the spread of the rebellion, and we will see the main centers of the revolt, which is rebellion. Now let us move on to the next topic, which is spread of the rebellion or the spread of the revolt. So, the main centers of the rebellion or the revolt were Jhansi, Kanpur, Ara and Awadh. Here in Jhansi, Rani Lakshmi Bai, she is considered to be the greatest leader of the revolt or the rebellion. After her husband's death, she became the regent of her 5-year-old adopted son. So here regent means a person who has been appointed to administer a state because the monarch is a minor. So Rani Lakshmi Bai, after she became the regent of her 5-year-old adopted son, however, the British refused to recognize the right of her adopted son to the throne. So here, still the British did not allow her son to take the throne, which means recognize. Recognize here is to accept officially that a person has authority to do things. After this, she fought bravely means gallantly, and she was helped by Tantia Top. But Jhansi was captured by British and she died while fighting on the battlefield. Now we will move on to the next center, which is Kanpur. So if we talk about Kanpur, the uprising was led by Nana Saheb, the adopted son of Baji Rao II. So Nana Saheb, he was the leader of the revolt in Kanpur and he was the adopted son of Baji Rao II. Uprising here, it means an act of resistance or rebellion, a revolt, act of popular violence. He was successful in expelling the British. So Nana Saheb, he was successful in moving the British out of Kanpur by force, which means Nana Saheb was assisted by his trusted general Tantia Top. So general means an army officer of a very high rank, and other officer Ajimullah Khan, and they carried on the fight with British. So after all these things, though they fought bravely, Kanpur was captured by the British and Nana Saheb refused to surrender. Refused means he did not have a willing to surrender. Surrender means to give up or hand over. It may be a person, right, or any kind of a possession. And escaped successfully to Nepal. So escaped is the act of successfully getting out of a place or a dangerous or bad situation. So Nana Sahib, he finally flew to Nepal and he left Kanpur. Now we will move on to Ara. So Ara, in this place, the revolt was led by a Rajput Zamindar, Kunwar Singh, in Ara in Bihar. He led the movement Oudh as well as central India. So in Oudh and central India, Kunwar Singh was the one who led the revolt in Ara in Bihar. He was successful at many places in Bihar, but he died fighting fiercely against the British in April 1858. Now we will look at Bareilly. So Bareilly was the place where Bakht Khan led the revolt and he continued fighting till he died. Now we will talk about the last center, which is Awadh. So in Awadh, the leading spirit behind the uprising, means the act of resistance or rebellion or a revolt, was Begum Hazrat Mahal. She was helped by Ahmadullah Shah. Ahmadullah Shah was a Maulvi from Faizabad. The Awadh forces besieged. Besieged is to surround a place, especially with an army, to prevent people from getting in or out. So the Awadh forces, they surrounded the residency at Lucknow, but after a severe battle, Lucknow was recaptured by British in March 1858. After the surrounding was done, then Lucknow was recaptured by British in March 1858. So it was again recovered by British, which means recaptured in 1858. And here again Begum Hazrat Mahal, she also escaped to Nepal. She flew to Nepal. So let's look at her picture here. She is Begum Hazrat Mahal. Now we will move on to the suppression of the rebellion or the revolt. Move on to the next topic, which is suppression of the rebellion. So suppression means the act of ending something by force, and rebellion means the revolt. So the British colonial powers. Colonial means a person from another country who lives in a country, especially as part of its system of government. So these powers had not imagined such a revolt, which was spreading like wildfire in pockets. Pockets means areas across different parts of India. Their harsh or oppressive policies had crossed the threshold. Threshold means the level or point at which you start to experience something or at which something starts to happen. So the level of tolerance had crossed its limits. So tolerance means the ability to bear something unpleasant or annoying. And now people, they begin to stand up for their rights of freedom from the clutches of the British. So this means that the people now, they stood up for their rights of freedom to come out from the hold of the British. Clutches means hold of the British hands. Now the exploitation of the weak and the poor people of India was at its peak. Here it means to say that the Indian people or the resources here in India, here we are particularly talking about the people, okay? So the exploitation of the weak and poor people of India was at its peak. So exploitation means people of India were being used as unfairly in order to gain an advantage for their own purpose for the British people, and this had reached to its highest point, which means peak. The British ruthlessly tried to suppress the revolt. Ruthlessly means without any pity or compassion. They tried to bring the revolt to an end with a force. suppress meaning. Okay, people were subjected to all kinds of cruelties to prevent them from organizing another revolt. So here people were subjected means people had to go through all kinds of cruelties, means they had been treated without any mercy or pity, and this was done in order to prevent the people from organizing another revolt. Now Lord Canning, Governor General, the chief representative of the crown in a Commonwealth country of which the British monarch is head of state. So Lord Canning, he was the Governor General at that time, and he brought additional forces. They were being called by the Lord Canning to suppress, means to bring the end of the revolt by force. The last Mughal emperor or ruler, Bahadur Shah Zafar, who had been prompted by the smaller rulers to fight against the British, was tried in court and sentenced to life imprisonment. This means that the last Mughal ruler, Bahadur Shah Zafar, he had been prompted. Prompted means he had been asked to do something, or he had been said something by the smaller rulers to fight against the British. So Bahadur Shah Zafar, he was tried. Tried means he was taken to the law court, and they had seen his case, whether he had found innocent or whether he had been found guilty, after the judge and jury have heard the evidence. When a legal case is tried, it is considered in a court of law. So this is the meaning of tried, and they had tried Bahadur Shah Zafar, and he was, after his case had been tried, he was sentenced. Sentence means he was to be decided, and officially which punishment had to be given to him. So his punishment was life imprisonment. After the case was being tried of Bahadur Shah Zafar, they had decided what punishment had to be given officially, and after the hearing of the case, they decided that Bahadur Shah Zafar would be given the life imprisonment, means he would be kept in his whole life in the prison. Again, after that, the British enacted new laws for speedy and unfair trial of the leaders of the movements. Now what the British did was, they made a bill or other proposal or law, that means enacted new laws for speedy and unfair trial. Trial means again the hearing of statements and showing of objects etc. in a law court to judge if a person is guilty of a crime or to decide a case or a legal matter without being given a fair trial. So they had been unfair to the Indian leaders of the movement. They made new bills in order to give them some punishments, right? So they were now, many were executed without being given a fair trial. So many of the leaders of the movement, they had been executed. Executed means they had been hanged or carry out a sentence of death, okay, without being given a fair trial, without even looking at their cases or whether they have been heard or not by the jury or the judge. Still their cases, when they looked upon, then they were subjected to carry out a sentence of death. They also instituted newer policies. Now they also instituted newer policies to ensure, means to make sure. Here instituted means introduced. They introduced newer policies to make sure that the Indian soldiers do not desert, means they do not leave the armed forces without any permission and with no intention of returning. So what the British did was, the British introduced newer policies to make sure that the Indian soldiers, they do not leave their job and do not return their service to the colonial powers. Colonial powers, again, it here means the practice of a wealthy or powerful nations maintaining or extending its control over other countries. There were smaller rebel groups. Smaller rebel groups were there who were crushed under the strong British forces, who were also hiring local Indian soldiers. Now, there were smaller groups, those who fought against the British. Now, they were also under the strong British forces. They had been crushed, okay, by the British forces, and these British forces, they were also hiring the local Indian soldiers for their exploitation, means in order to serve them, and they took the best advantage of them to fulfill their needs. So despite their strengths, it took about 2 years for the British to suppress the revolt or fight. So despite means without being influenced or prevented by similar, or you can also say in spite of their strengths, it took about 2 years for the British to bring the revolt to an end, which means suppress. So we have come to the end of this topic, and now we will look at the reasons for the failure of the rebellion. Now we move on to the next topic, which is the reasons for the failure of the rebellion. So rebellion, again, it means the violent action organized by a group of people who are trying to change the political system in their country. So though the revolt spread all over the places, but it failed. Historians, they have analyzed, means the historians have studied or examined something in detail in order to discover more about it and explain the following causes for the failure. The first reason was the rebel leaders, means the groups who had opposed or fights against people in authority. They were fighting for the restoration. Restoration means the act or process of returning something to its earlier good condition of their respective lost privileges. Privileges means the rights that was given to the people or the group. There was a lack of national consciousness. Consciousness means the state of understanding and realizing something. Number 2 point, the movement did not spread across the country. It remained confined to some parts of North and Central India only. Confined means to exist only in a particular place. There was an absence of effective and inspiring leadership. So, the absence of effective means producing the intended results or of a person skilled or able to do something well. Inspiring means encouraging. So, there was the absence of required skills for a person to do something which is effective and inspiring. So there was encouraging. Leadership was also absent. Bahadur Shah Zafar was too old and in poor health and also lacked leadership qualities. So Bahadur Shah Zafar, he was too old and in a poor health condition, and also lacked means he did not have enough of something that is needed or wanted. So he was lacking in the leadership qualities. Number 3 point, the rebels did not possess good quality weapons as compared to the British, who used modern weapons and technology. So again here rebel, a group of people or the person who opposes the political system in their country and that they try to change it using force. Possess means they did not have good quality weapons as compared to the British, who used modern weapons and technology. Another thing was the rebels were not properly organized. They depended on local people for support, which means the groups who were fighting against the opposition were not properly organized and they depended on local people for support. Another point which talks about certain sections or division of the society were loyal to the British. For example, the Gorkhas of Nepal, they had rendered, means they had provided their services to the British. The Nawab of Bhopal and the Nizam of Hyderabad showed loyalty. Loyalty here means a person who is reliable and always true. So the Nizam of Hyderabad and the Nawab of Bhopal, they had been loyal to the British. Big zamindars or landlords and educated class remained hostile to the rebels. So whatever classes of the big zamindars or the landlords and educated class, they remained hostile, means unfriendly, or you can say showing or feeling opposition, or they were disliked to the rebels. Now we will move on to our next topic, that is let's check. Before we do let's check, let's know about something. In Delhi, there is a gate which is known as Khuni Darwaza. It is close to the Delhi gate opposite the Firoz Shah Kotla cricket ground. It gets its name as both the sons and the grandson of the last Mughal ruler Bahadur Shah Zafar was shot dead here by William Hodgson in September 1857 after the revolt, which is rebellion. And this is a famous place in Delhi. So we will move on to the question and answers in the let's check section. Question number 1. What led Rani Lakshmi Bai to revolt against the British? If we go to page number 44, then we can see here, after the death of her husband, she became the regent of her 5-year-old adopted son. However, the British refused to recognize the right of her adopted son to the throne. That's why she revolted against the British. Question number 2. Who led the revolt in Kanpur? It would be Nana Sahib. Question number 3. Who was Kunwar Singh? He was a Rajput zamindar. Question number 4. Who helped Begum Hazrat Mahal in Awadh against the British? It will be Ahmadullah Shah. Question number 5. Where was the last Mughal emperor jailed by the British? It would be Rangoon jail. Now we will talk about the effects of the rebellion. Let's move on to the effects of the rebellion. So effects means a change which is a result or consequence of an action or other cause, and the rebellion is the violent action organized by a group of people who are trying to change the political system in their country, or you can say as revolt. Now there was an end of the rule of the East India Company. The British Parliament passed a new act in 1858, and the name of the act was Government of India Act. And they transferred the powers of the East India Company to the British Crown. So crown here means the royal governing power of a country that has a king or queen. The administration charge was taken over by the British Crown. So the administration means the process or activity of running an organization, etc., was taken over by the British Crown. Then the title of the governor was changed to the Viceroy, who represented the crown in India. So this title of Viceroy is a person who represents a king or queen and rules for him or her in another country. And governor means the title of the official leader of some organizations, that is in charge of some organizations. So the title of the governor was changed to the Viceroy, who represented. Represented means to act or to speak or be present officially for another person or people, and represented the Viceroy represented the crown in India. Secretary means a person employed by an individual or in an office to assist with correspondence, make appointments and carry out administrative tasks. So Secretary of State was made responsible for all matters related to the governance. So governance means the way that organizations or countries are managed at the highest level and the system for doing this of India. So Secretary of State was made responsible for all matters relating to the governance of India. He was given a council to advise him. Council means a group of people who are responsible for making official decisions about a particular activity or advising people about it. So governance matter was decided by the Secretary of State and he was given a council to advise him. The policy of annexation was given up and the Indian rulers were given the right to adopt. Here it means that the policy of annexation. So the policy of annexation, it talks about the possession taken of a piece of land or a country, usually by force or without permission, or you can say that they add this state or place in their nation. So they adopted, the rulers, the Indian rulers, they had the rights to adopt, means they can choose to take up someone or something or take someone as your own. The Queen promised not to interfere in the social and religious practices of the Indians. The Queen promised not to interfere. Interfere means she said that she would not involve herself in a situation where your involvement is not wanted or it is not helpful, which means interfere in the social and religious practices of the Indians. Social means it is related to the society or to the way society is organized. The army was reorganized. Now, what happened to the armies? The army was reorganized to prevent further rebellion. So, to prevent the further outbreak of the revolt, the army was reorganized, means to organize something again in order to improve it. The number of European soldiers were increased. More soldiers were recruited. Recruited means to persuade or enlist someone to work for a company or organization or become a new member of any organization. So they recruited from among the Sikhs, Gurkhas and Pathans. These Sikhs, Gurkhas and Pathans, they had shown loyalty. Loyalty, they had shown their respect and they were reliable and they were true towards the British. That's why the British choose to take Sikhs, Gurkhas and Pathans towards the British at the time of the revolt. Now, looking at the zamindars and landlords were given their rights back in order to win their support and loyalty. So what they did with the zamindars was, zamindars, as I have discussed, a landowner, especially the one who leases his land to tenant farmers. So the zamindars and landlords, they were given their rights back in order to win their support and loyalty. Loyalty means the one who is reliable and who is always true. So they wanted to win their loyalty of the zamindars and the landlords. That's why they gave them their rights back. Now we will do the let's check part after this. Now let us do the portion of let's check. Question number 1. Name the sections of the society which showed loyalty towards the British. So if you go to page number 46, then we can see the answer here. The Sikhs, Gurkhas and Pathans had shown loyalty towards the British at the time of the revolt. Question number 2. By which act did the British Parliament transfer the power from the East India Company to the British Crown? The answer would be Government of India Act of 1858. Question number 3. What responsibility was given to the Secretary of State? This would be in page number 46. It would be the Secretary of State was made responsible for all matters relating to the governance of India. Question number 4. How was the army reorganized after the revolt of 1857? Page number 46. The army was reorganized to prevent further rebellion. The number of European soldiers were increased. More soldiers were recruited from among the Sikhs, Gurkhas and Pathans who had shown loyalty towards the British at the time of the revolt. After this, we will do the last part of the chapter, which is nature of the rebellion. Let's do the last topic of this video, and the topic is nature of the rebellion. So nature means the type or main characteristic of something. Rebellion is the revolt. Sepoy mutiny was the term used by the British. The British writers call it the mutiny as it was started by the soldiers after the introduction of the greased cartridges. So Sepoy mutiny. Sepoy means an Indian soldier serving under British or other European orders. Mutiny means it is a conspiracy among members of a particular group, typically members of the military, against the rulers. So the British writers, they called it the mutiny because it was started by the soldiers after the introduction of the greased cartridges. So these greased cartridges means the cartridges meant to be fired from rifles which had cover greased with animal fat. Now if we look into the situation, then we can see that they have an opinion that it did not have the mass participation by the people and they did not demand independence. So mass means a large number of people crowded together. So not all the people participated in this revolt and nor did they demand for independence. In fact, according to them, it was confined, means it was just existing only in a particular area in few parts of the country. It was a feudal fight and the leaders had selfish motives to regain their powers back. So here it means this word feudal fight. Feudal means it was a system in which people were given land and protection by people of higher rank and worked and fought for them in return. And this was a feudal fight and the leaders had selfish motives to regain. Regain means they were looking to obtain something again after losing it, or similarly as recover, you can say. They wanted to recover their powers back. That's why it was a feudal fight. So on the other hand, the Indians call it the first war of independence, as both Hindus and Muslims together took part in the revolt. Even the sannyasis and fakirs. Sannyasis, they are the ascetic person, and fakirs, it is derived from an Arabic word. Fakir is an Islamic term used for a Sufi Muslim. They carried the messages of freedom as secret emblems. Emblems is a picture of an object that is used to represent a particular person, group or idea. And these emblems were in the form of lotus or chapatis from one place to another. The rebellion, the revolt, had spread quickly to large parts of the country. Now, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru had considered it more than a mutiny. So, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru had considered more than a mutiny. Mutiny means it is a conspiracy among members of a particular group, typically members of the military, against the rulers. So, Jawaharlal Nehru had considered this revolt as more than mutiny, and according to him, it assumed. Assume means to accept something to be true without question or proof. The character of a popular rebellion. Character means a person, especially when you are describing a particular quality that they have. So, Jawaharlal Nehru, according to him, he actually accepted something as a fact without any proof, that the character of a popular revolt and the beginning of the war for Indian independence. And millions of Indians took part in this revolt. Millions of Indians had taken part in this revolt. So now we come to the end of this chapter, and children, I hope you all have understood the chapter in a clear manner, and thank you so much.